Mic check. You know, I rarely, if ever, or never share this part of my business, but I thought it would be an interesting video. And before we get started, thanks Matt Weatherford for the dope shirt. What up, Dow? I appreciate it, man. Thanks for mailing it to me. If anybody wants to mail me anything, here's my address. You can pause. There you go. So, if you want to take your business and market it and promote it online through the avenues of mainly social media in the forms of videos and blog posts and pictures and things like that, you can very quickly distinguish or separate yourself from the crowd or the masses just by learning how to leverage media and do it in a way that in the beginning starts out, very hard, but you hit this curve where it just becomes an everyday thing that you do. It's like a bell curve. And most people get stuck somewhere down in here. And I really believe that I've figured out a way. This is going to be a crazy video that I have a whole other YouTube channel for this type of content specifically. And it's called Influencer You. And if you're interested in this type of stuff, it's over there. But I don't ever share this stuff here because I don't think anybody cares. But I'm actually mapping out today what's going on in the media side of my business, the marketing side, because I have to know for myself. And I'm making a blueprint, and I thought I would make a video and you can join me. So basically, once you start to get up here in this bell curve, and I spoke about this at the Impact Academy Live with Jobber, and it's called the Marketing Progression Pyramid. The MPP is a pyramid that rides off the back of the competency progression model, where you don't know what you don't know, and then you learn that you don't know stuff, and then you learn and you know it, and then you get to the point where you're at unconscious competence or automaticity, and then you hit the point of the final point of the marketing progression model is when you're fully fluent in marketing, and now you've hired other people to run it all for you. But you can't really do this stuff without money. You can't buy media without money and run ads and things like that. But this can really help you significantly. So let's move forward. I'll just leave that there. Here's what it looks like. In the beginning, you're trying to post on Facebook and make YouTube videos and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and maybe you've tried to write a blog article, take some pictures for your website. You're on LinkedIn, you're trying to do Google posts, and you're doing all these things. See how that looks like a big mess? Because it's very hard to try to do this yourself. Can you see that clearly? Yeah. So you can spend the better half of your days waking up in the morning and creating all this content for your business, whether you're trying to market your existing business or service business, help someone else market their business, or you're trying to become an authority in your marketplace. And I can get in the different levels of authority, which you can really leverage this stuff like this. I mean, first is the generalist, low pay, work hard, make the least amount of money. And it's where you're an implementer. And then the next level is where you're a specialist. You make a lot more money, you specialize, less people can do what you can do, higher demand, and you can charge more for your time. The next level is when you become the authority. And the authority is where you're the top in your entire demographic or your service area. You're page 1 of Google, top 3 in the Google 3-pack. You can get really picky with who you work with, and you can charge more money because now you are an authority in your marketplace, and you can actually create all of that. And you create authority, and you also have to have a lot of haptic feedback, such as other customers and people saying good things about you. So you work your way, you create the authority, but the authority isn't solidified. It's not real until other people are saying that you're an authority, right? So you have to have that part of the equation. But then the next part Next level is C, which is celebrity. That's when you become the celebrity in your marketplace. That's where you got guys like, you say Tommy Mello. He's definitely authority, and he's into celebrity now. But when I'm talking to guys like Michael Gerber from the E-Myth, like people who have moved far beyond. And I say with Tommy Mello is the perfect example, because if you look him up, the home service millionaire expert guy, he's a real cool guy. He was this tens of millions of dollars in this garage door company, and he's got a great podcast. And I could very see within the next few years that guy will be a celebrity, because he's created so much clout in the industry. You got guys that are they're moving from a business to being on TV shows, writing best-selling books. They become, everybody knows who they are. It's beyond the authority. They become celebrity, right? Almost like some of these real estate gurus you see, like their picture everywhere, and they're on TV, and they're crushing it, right? They're full-blown into the communication. They're out of implementation, the day-to-day operations. They're not hands-on everything. They've got people doing all that stuff for them, and they're in full-blown just communicating, right? The next level of that is the celebrity authority. That's where you're the authority to the celebrities. So that's when you have the top people all looking up to you, and you're just like, that's like Tony Robbins, Brennan Burchard, top people. And I don't even know who it would be. It might be Michael E. Gerber. Would you say that he is? Man, in the service industry, I don't know. But anyways, how do you even get out of this and get up into just authority, or even start to break into celebrity? And you can't do that stuff by yourself while running a business unless you're making so much damn money that you can just afford to hire people. But you can actually hire people cheaply to help you do all this. And it really just starts with having one virtual assistant or somebody to help you do this, or hiring a marketing agency or company to be constantly chopping up and spitting up out your content. But if you don't have any content to chop up and spit out, then you have to start creating content on a content marketing calendar and on a schedule where you say, like, okay, every Monday and Wednesday we're creating content, or every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or you're putting out 2 to 3 videos a week. I think it's best to start up to say, I'm going to put out 1 video per week. If you can't do that, 1 video per month. Put out 1 good video per month, and then have somebody, well, first you would chop all that up and you would syndicate it, and you put it on Instagram and on LinkedIn, and you create an article about it. You have 1 really good piece of content per month that gets put out and distributed all over the place in all different ways, right? From TikTok to LinkedIn to Instagram stories to Facebook and all that stuff. You have 1 congruent message which campaigns across the quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. And then it's all leading up to, whatever the hell you want. In a business like Brian Fullerton, or me, is my live event. Him and his live event. But we got this COVID stuff going on. But then again, everything I just said, you don't have time to do any of that shit. You're running a business, you got a family, it's impossible. So here's what my media business looks like today. I make a piece of content. I don't make it now. I do make it, but I have a videographer. I'm videotaping myself in this right now, but I have a freelance videographer who videotapes me. And then, so the videographer, I am the talent up top, which I'm the mouthpiece. I communicate. The videographer videotapes me, and then he uploads that footage to the video editor who's in Russia on Dropbox. I didn't do anything. He videotapes me, he uploads it to the video editor in Russia. The video editor in Russia sends the blog back to me, which gets uploaded to YouTube. And then from there, I don't do anything else. It goes on YouTube, and then you can have somebody creating thumbnails for you. Thumbnails. You can have, then from there, my podcast editor in Asia, she takes the audio from the videos where I was talking and chops it all up and then syndicates it. And now I have a podcast that goes to like every different major podcast blasting forum ever. There's like 8 of them. Podcast. Then my article writer, he's here in the States. I forgot what state he's in, but he's awesome. Then he creates an entire blog post article over 1,000 words all about that topic. So you got the blog. My other article writer in Asia is my social media marketing manager. And then what she does is she chops it all up and she's spitting it out on TikTok, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and all over this place. And Instagram, IGTV, there's like content being chopped up and spit all over the place constantly. We're putting out like 24 pieces of content per day. People are saying, yeah, Keith, I saw your post and this and that, and they're commenting and all that. And I'm not doing any of it anymore. It's people that I've hired to do all this stuff. Then I have a project manager. We're still getting that going right now, but her job is to communicate to all the virtual assistants. I have another virtual assistant who's a designer who's building the web pages and building out the sales pages and all the marketing shit. So that's a designer, and then I have a graphic designer, and her job is design the logos and all the shit. And I have like 12 virtual assistants, and they're all working on different shit all the time. 3 video editors, 2 videographers, and it's fucking crazy. It's an entire, this is a dream come true. It's a lot of work, but it's an entire crazy ass marketing machine. I have an entire team of people now working. That's the end of my video. I'm not even going to upload this to my other YouTube channel because nobody gives a shit. You'll probably give a shit, but you can do all this too. You literally just go on Fiverr and Upwork.com and start. Once you get serious, you get committed, that's when the right people start showing up. But until you're committed, no, the right people will never show up. You got to get damn serious and stop playing games. And that means you have to spend money that you're not ready to spend. And that's how I do it. I say, you know what? I want to do this big launch. I'm launching a new online course as soon as possible. I said, I don't care what it costs me. I don't care if I break even. I don't care if it costs me $10,000 to pay all these people to do all this shit for the next 2 months. And I don't care if I don't only make $9,000 on the course and I lose $1,000. I want to go through the process and I want to see all this work. I want to get this done. This is what I want to do. I don't care if I don't make any money anymore. I'm sick of being afraid. This is what I want to do. And you know what? I took the leap forward and I stepped into the unknown, and now it's all just fucking working. It's just working. And I'm making money. And I'm going to make a lot of fucking money. And I don't care about the money anymore. I just want to touch people's hearts and souls with my message. Alright, that's my video. I hope that helps.